Today, sorry about that. Now today we will touch on operators. Now what are operators? It's essentially plus, minus, times, divide, and modulus, probably equal as well. Explain each of these to you. Now, if we say 5 plus 5, the value it will give us will of course be 10. 2 minus 3 would give us negative 1. 5 divided by 5 would give us 1. And 2 times 3 would give us 6. Now these are for numbers only. We can also use them for variables. If let's say int xy, look, this is a new method to create variables. I can create two variables within a line. Now let's assign x is equals to 3 and assign y is equals to 5. So if we were to say x plus y, it would give us 8. Consequently, x minus y would give us negative 2. X times y would give us 15. And x divided by y would give us 0.6. It's simple. Now the thing here is modulus. Now we don't really use modulus in most mathematics, but in here we usually have to use them depending on the programming requirements. Now 5 modulus 2 would mean that if I have 5 and if I were to divide it by 2, what will be the remainder? 2 times 2 is 4, 1. So the remainder is 1. Same for this, if we have 6 modulus 2, let's do it down here, 6 divided by 2 is equals to 0. Simple as that. Now let us move on to, what should I say, more advanced operators. This is what is known as assignment operator. Assignment operator. Now let's say if we have x is equals to 5, assuming x is an integer and y is equals to 10, assuming y is also an integer. If we do this, x equals to y, what happens is that, so we draw a little box for x, we draw a little box for y. So x has the value of 5, y has the value of 10. So if we say x is equals to y, we're essentially saying that x is equals to 10 because the value of y is 10. So this 5 will be erased from the memory and 10 will be input in here. Simple. Next we have is this. Now it's not double assignment. What it means is comparison. Comparing to see if, let's say, x and y is the same or not the same. Taking the previous value we have for x and y, let's do an example for comparison. Now, is x the same as y? It's not equals. We have to read it as, is x the same as y? x has a value of 5 and y has a value of 10. Now if it's not the same, the computer will return a false value. Now the next operator we'll study is this, not equals or not the same. Now let's look. X is not equals to y. X is 5, y is 10. 5 is not equal to 10, true or false? It's true, so it returns a true value. These two operators will be, the applications will be further explained in the upcoming videos. Now let's move on to more advanced arithmetic. Okay, we have learned about the comparison operator and the very basic arithmetics. Now let's say if x is an integer and x is equals to 5, x plus plus, what it actually means is x equals to x plus 1. So if x is 5, it will give us 6. How about plus plus x? It will also give us the same value, it's the same meaning, x plus 1, so it's equal to 6. Also, if we have something for plus, we definitely have something for minus as well. X minus minus, that's the same meaning as x equals to x minus 1. So we have 4. Sorry about that. So minus minus x carries the same meaning as x equals to x minus 1, which is also equals to 4. Now let's go on down here. Okay, now something more complicated would be x plus equals y. What this figure means is that x equals to x plus y. It's just a more fancy way of writing it. Same goes for x minus equals to y. This thing here actually means x equals to x minus y. X times equals to y. X times y. The same goes for divide as well, as I will repeat the same thing over and over, might bore you. So understand that this means the exact same thing. Now something that I should point out is that now this is what we call as a suffix. This is what we call as a prefix. Now let's say we have y equals to 1 plus x. Okay, let's assume that y is equals to 5 and x is equals to 10. Now what it does here is that first we will look at this because it has a prefix. Now we'll do the math here. So x equals to x plus 1, x is 10, so now x is 11. Now next here, let's look at y. Y is equals to 1 plus this whole expression. This expression will give us an output of 11. So 1 plus 11, y is equals to 12. Now let's look at the other possibility, which is y equals to 1 plus x plus plus. Yeah, I'll switch it to a different color. Now what this means is that first I'm going to do the math of the whole thing. I'm going to do the math of the whole thing, as opposed to actually just taking one bit out and calculating it first. Reason being because it's a suffix behind here, means we do it later. So y, oh wait, sorry, it's not supposed to be y equals to 5 over here. Ignore this. Now y is equals to 1 plus 10. So y is equals to 11 right now. Now, how about the x value? It says that after you've added up the whole thing, let's make x equals to x plus 1. So x will be 11. I hope you see the difference. The difference between these two is that it actually calculates this first, then adds it in here. Now for this one, it adds this whole thing in here first, then it calculates for this one. Hence the different values you have here. Now that's all for this video. Thank you.